time or at least part-time? Absolutely. I do this full-time now, but several of the years that I have been in business, I have worked part-time for various reasons. In the beginning, it was just scary to take the plunge. You know, I was working full-time. I was an earner in my household, so I did very much need to maintain a job. And the great thing about event planning and wedding planning is you can take on as much or as little business that you feel like you can handle. So yes, you can absolutely do it part-time and you can gear up. In fact, when I started, my goal was to do 4 weddings a year just to pay for vacations. I didn't even really think that I was gonna turn this into a full-time business, but I got the bug fast and, you know, I changed my plans. Okay, so how do you maintain a work-life balance with family? This is, I will be honest, it's a constant struggle for me, but part of that is that I tend to be a little bit of type A in both my home and my work. But one of the reasons why I love doing what I do and working for myself is that I really do have a lot of flexibility in my schedule. So for example, today was my kids' first day back to school. And because I don't have to go punch in at an office, I was able to make them their lunches and take their pictures, work. And then as soon as they got off the bus, take them out for ice cream, ask them about their day. I was able to plan to be available for them today. Now tomorrow, because they don't really need me, I've planned a full day of meetings around what I've got doing for family. So you can absolutely maintain a work-life balance. It's really important that you actually set some boundaries, and that can be a little hard to do if you're super type A and you're working on a business, but you can. But it is just as challenging in this job as it is everywhere else. One of the challenges is that you work on a lot of weekends, but you can choose how many weekends you actually want to work. I don't take any more than 2 weddings a month. I book weddings with my other coordinators so that I can continue to have that work-life balance. Okay, let's see. How many hours do you on average spend helping, researching, and coordinating each wedding? I honestly couldn't tell you. I should probably do a better job of tracking my time. I work full time, so I work a good 30 to 40 hours a week, but I also have a full roster of weddings and staff and marketing and all that kind of stuff. So I spend a significant amount of time. I spend a lot more time on my full service clients than I do on my day of coordination clients. So I just try to choose the balance of people, of jobs that fit with what I'm doing. Okay. If you work for a wedding planner, how do you get paid? It depends from planner to planner. The employees who work for me get paid on a per project basis. So if they coordinate an event, they get paid a certain amount for that event based on a percentage of the actual booking. If they are coordination assistants, they either get paid by the day based on you know, the hours that they work, or sometimes it's hourly. It depends on how the client's paying us. But for us, it's on a per project basis, with the exception of I have an administrative person that I pay hourly to do administrative work for me. All right, let's see. Do you suggest that you work with a team to make sure you have backup? Yes, we will address this in the class. Particularly about day of coordination, I talk about exactly who you need to have with you in order to properly coordinate a day. The only wedding I coordinated alone was the very first wedding I did, because I learned my lesson the hard way. So I always work with a team of people, and we at Inspired Occasions work with a minimum of a team of 3, 1 coordinator and 2 assistants. At what capacity can one individual handle a wedding? Well, I answered that question. I don't think anyone should be doing a wedding by themselves, for the same reason that I don't think a bride should coordinate her own wedding. You can only be in one place at one time, and weddings take place in, there's multiple locations that have to be managed throughout the day. But one of the things that we talk about in the class is how to get help. That can feel intimidating, that you're going to need help. right from the beginning, I had help, and it is not as hard as you think to find good helpers. And a lot of the people that helped me from the very beginning are still working for me. They're coordinating. I think this was Sally's question. I think you know one of the people that has been working for me since the second wedding that we did together. So I wouldn't recommend you do it on your own. You can do some of the planning work on your own, but when it comes to coordinating, you need a team of people. Does most of your time being spent in this job need to be evening hours? It depends on whether or not you're part-time or full-time. If you're, doing a full-time job, chances are you are going to have to work some in the evenings. There are clients who want to meet in the evening. So what I do is I actually set aside a couple days a week that I take evening appointments, and those are the only days that I actually take clients at night, because I need to be home with my family, cook dinner, and like have a normal life. Oh shoot, I lost my post. Hold on. I lost the questions. Oh no, Sally, I lost your questions. What did I do with it? All right. Well, I'm sorry, Sally. I know you had a few more questions. I will try and track down the rest of those questions and answer those for you. I think there were a couple more. Again, if anyone has questions that I have not answered, feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much for those additional questions. That was fun conversation, and have a good night. And I swear this is the last time. Bye-bye.